What if everything you've been told about success is backwards? What if the very things you're avoiding, failure, weakness, even discomfort, are actually the fastest way forward? Years ago, I met a man who changed the way I see money forever. He was quiet, observant, the kind of person who listens more than he speaks. At one point, I told him about a friend, hard-working, disciplined, doing everything right, yet still stuck. No savings, no progress, just frustration. The man smiled and said something I've never forgotten. If you wait until you have resources to think differently, you'll never have resources at all. That was the moment I realized wealth doesn't begin in your wallet. It begins in your thinking. And some of the most successful people in history understand this deeply. They don't think like the majority. They think in reverse. They don't run away from problems. They follow them. Because wherever people complain, there is hidden demand. Most people hear complaints and feel annoyed. But a different kind of mind hears something else entirely: opportunity. A tired mother struggling to shop with a child. A worker wishing for faster breakfast options. A friend complaining about back pain, time, stress. To most, it's noise. To a sharp mind, it's data. And if you listen closely enough, you'll notice something. Money doesn't come from chasing trends. It comes from solving overlooked pain. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. You might be working hard. You might even be skilled. But ask yourself this: who is getting rich from your effort? Not how much you earn, but who benefits the most from what you create? Because effort alone doesn't create wealth. Position does. If you're always at the end of the value chain, you'll always be paid last. The people at the top don't necessarily work harder. They control the flow. And once you see this, you can't unsee it. You begin to realize it's not about doing more. It's about owning more of what you do. Even a small shift, packaging your skills, building something of your own, creating leverage, can change everything. But thinking short-term won't get you there. Most people think in months. Some think in years. Very few think in generations. And that's the difference between making money and building something that lasts. Imagine this. Everything you're doing today, will it still matter in 10 years? Will someone else be able to continue it? Will it grow even without you? Because real wealth isn't just income. It's something that survives you, something that can be passed on. And here's the truth most people avoid. That kind of thinking requires patience, and it requires failure. Not the kind you hide from, but the kind you study. Most people experience failure and move on too quickly, or worse, they carry it like a scar. But there's another way to see it. Failure is not a memory. It's raw material. Every mistake contains a pattern. Every loss contains instruction. And if you're willing to slow down and ask, what exactly went wrong? What assumption was false? What would I do differently? Then something powerful happens. Failure stops being painful and starts becoming profitable. Because the second attempt is never the same as the first. It's sharper, smarter, more intentional, and over time, that compounds. Now let's talk about something even more subtle: the way you spend money. Most people buy based on emotion, what feels good, what looks nice, what brings temporary excitement. But that feeling fades, and what's left is just an expense. A different mindset asks a different question. Will this serve only me, or can it serve others too? Because the moment something serves others, it gains value. A tool becomes income. A skill becomes opportunity. A purchase becomes an asset. And slowly, your money starts working with you, not against you. But what if you don't have money to begin with? Good, because that's where the real advantage starts. When you don't have capital, you're forced to develop something far more powerful. Clarity, observation, thinking. The ability to notice what others ignore, to learn faster, adapt quicker, act sooner. Because knowledge is the one asset no one can take from you. And in today's world, it's everywhere. The only question is, are you using it? Or are you waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? Now here's one of the most counterintuitive ideas of all. Your weakness might be your greatest asset, not something to hide, but something to use. Because the things you struggled with are the things others are struggling with right now. And people don't connect with perfection. They connect with truth, with someone who's been there, who understands, who found a way through. Your past confusion can become someone else's clarity. Your past pain can become someone else's solution.
And that's where real value is created. Not in pretending to be flawless, but in being useful. Finally, there's one last shift. Most people see competitors as threats. They guard, they compare, they compete. But a different mindset asks, what if we worked together? Because sometimes collaboration grows the pie instead of fighting over crumbs. Different strengths, different audiences, different perspectives. When aligned correctly, they multiply. And suddenly, you're no longer building alone. You're part of something bigger. And here's the quiet truth behind all of this. Wealth is not a number. It's a way of seeing, a way of thinking, a way of responding to life. Two people can stand in the same place. One sees problems, the other sees possibilities. One sees limits, the other sees leverage. And over time, those small differences in thinking create massive differences in outcome. So the question isn't, where are you right now? The real question is, how are you seeing it? Because the moment you change that, everything else begins to change with it. Not instantly, but inevitably. And maybe today, you don't need a big plan. Just one small shift. One idea to serve someone else. One lesson from a past mistake. One skill you decide to learn. One connection you choose to make. That's enough. Because the path doesn't change all at once. It changes when you do.